Here's Pecco Bagnaia, who is trying to force that Ducati to fit. He's now going to tip it in left through turn 15. So important to get the power on and give yourself the best possible run down this 900-metre back straight. And if you can keep this lap going, this could potentially put Bagnaia into the top 6.
Which he badly needs at the moment, estimated P5. We're on board then now. He flicks it left into turn 16. One corner remaining then. Great shot that as he skims the tarmac with his knee and left elbow. Now picks up the drive grip, goes through the gearbox on that short on the finish line. P5 it is for Bagnaia. That's more like it, a 147.292. That's finally got him within a second of Mark, his teammate, who looks like he's got this practice session well and truly covered off. No great surprise there.
Marc Marquez has returned to the racetrack. He hasn't chosen to sit out, although he could probably afford to. The advantage he's got over the field. Here's Raul Fernandez, remind you, on the sole Trackhouse Aprilia this weekend with Aldeguer, a spectator with the rest of us this weekend as he recovers from that fractured tibia. And if any rider could do with a pick-me-up, it could well be Raul Fernandez at the moment, as he now exits turn 15, and this won't be a million miles away from Q2 either.
So Bagnaia's big move from 10th to 5th, that has now put Johan Zarko, a French Grand Prix winner, into that tricky danger zone. Zarko then now in 10th spot. He's about, well, just over a 10th clear of Aldeguer, who's been pretty strong on a soft tyre over the last few races. That's a Friday best from Bez, a 147.222. He's surely now safely through into Q2. Bez up to 4th.
And Fernandez up to 9th, so he does get that Trackhouse Aprilia into 9th, which is now putting Binder on the edge and Zarko out of the top 10. Zarko is currently on an out lap, so from probably, you'd say, Bezzecchi downwards, they're still potentially in need of an improvement to be absolutely sure of a place in the top 10. You'd say the Marquez brothers in the 46s are absolutely safe. Acosta on a 47.1. Given that he's got a 4/10 cushion over Zarko, you'd expect Acosta to have already done enough.
Nothing going this afternoon for the home crowd hero Rins, who was 4th fastest this morning. One of a few riders that did go for fresh rubber towards the end of FP1. Gets better for Bagnaia. 10th to 5th and now to 4th with a 147.185. Jack Miller just fired in his best time of the session so far, but only up to 12th for the Aussie.
Here's Fernandez Aldeguer, who's taken 10th away from Brad Binder, so Binder bumped out, although he is currently improving himself, looking to try and restore his K10 to the top 10, and that is the story of Quartararo's afternoon. Once again out of 10, that Yamaha will not cooperate, and Quartararo stays 16th.
Yeah, well, that expression there from his manager and his great friend Tom just about sums up the glum face saw around in that factory Yamaha camp. Well, he's got no grip. I don't think it makes a difference. Look at that. I mean, you can't keep getting away with these as well. Is it electronics that's causing him the issue? No, you just hear it spinning up on the throttle. It's 3rd gear through there. You're sort of climbing up towards 200 kilometres an hour. I mean, Quartararo's confidence must be shot to pieces. Every time he tries to push, every single lap in this session, which we've seen him on screens, where he's tried to get his head down and push, he's been out of the seat, or he's lost the front, or he's been running wide. It's been an absolute catastrophe session for Quartararo so far.
Well, this is it. This is his last lap of the session. 17th at the moment. Here comes Joan Mir. This should be 2nd if he can keep this going. It's 3rd in the end. He just slots in behind Alex Marquez, who's now found a 46.6. Alex Marquez to within 2/10 of Marc Marquez, and Mir on a 46.9. Surely well and truly through to Q2.
Yeah, Zarko making a big push as well for the top 10. On board with Quartararo. It's been a bit of a rocky ride, hasn't it? For our pole starter in the last 3 Grand Prix. This would be a brilliant rescue by Quartararo if he was able to get himself into Q2, despite all of their glaringly obvious issues with traction on that factory Yamaha. As we mentioned, Zarko is making a big play here for the top 10. On the LCR Honda, over the line he goes. P5 for number 5. That's more like it from Zarko. A 47 flat. Is that him safely through to Q2? Should be.
Well, it's Morbidelli who's been relegated out. He's now down to 11th. Vignales up to 3rd for the KTMs. A 46.9. Same lap time as Joan Mir. So it's Marquez, Vignales, Mir, Acosta. Your top 4. Here comes Fabio Di Gianantonio. The 2 Fabios are trying to rescue their Friday here in the final 30 seconds of the session. Di Gianantonio up to 10th and Aldeguer relegated back out.
What about Quartararo? He's about to come through the 3rd sector now. Let's just track him. Out of turn 15 he goes. Oh, he's made a mistake somewhere. Something happened to him in sector 3.
Surely it's not 10 again.
So this is game over, isn't it, for Fabio Quartararo? It has been a brutal Friday for the Frenchman. You can't sugarcoat it. He's had an absolute shocker. 18th at the moment is Quartararo, doing high 47s, and every single time he's tried to push, well, that Yamaha has tried to throw him down the road.
So here comes Morbidelli. Is he about to bump Di Gianantonio back out? Here comes Frankie. He does. 9th place for Morbidelli on a 147.2. And it's Marco Bezzecchi, our Silverstone winner, who's now pretty precarious, 10th, and in no position to defend from Aldeguer and Miller, who are both going quickly.
I'll tell you what, Aldeguer might be inflicting some late pain here for Bez. Through 16 and 17, the rookie goes. Full lean angle on the Gresini Ducati. Is Bezzecchi getting barged out late on here in Aragon? Over the line, Aldeguer goes. He is. Aldeguer with a brilliant late charge. 147.1 from the Spaniard. And that has put Silverstone winner Marco Bezzecchi down in 11th place. Let's have a quick glance at our timing screens. Can Bezzecchi maybe rescue something late on here? Fabio Quartararo, well, as we mentioned, 18th fastest right now for Quartararo. Another top job by Top Gun. Look at this. 3rd quickest by Vignales. Stunning performance once again. As we've seen so often this year, he will be our top KTM.
3 of them through to qualifying 2. No wonder they Poncharal blows as a kiss, because he's got Maverick Vignales through to Q2 in 3rd, 5th and 7th for 3 of the KTMs. Fabio Quartararo, less said about that session, the better. The Yamahas have met their kryptonite at Motorland Aragon, haven't they?
I think he's just told his crew chief, Diego Gabellini, there's no sense in debriefing now. Look at that, another moment. This time's on the front going into 16. No front grip, no rear grip whatsoever. Like he's riding on sheet ice. Fabio Quartararo. And I think he just said there, the message to crew chief Diego Gabellini is clear. I'm too hot and tense right now. I need to just go and calm down, get in the truck, get my leathers off, have a shower. I'll come back when I've calmed down and we can try and dissect and process what has been, let's be honest, a dreadful Friday for the rider that's been top in qualifying in Jerez, Le Mans and Silverstone. He's gone from 1st to 18th in that session, 1.4 seconds behind Marc Marquez.
Well, they did tell us earlier in the season that they would face greater challenges than what we've seen in recent rounds, and this was going to be one of them, but surely they wouldn't have expected it to be as tough as this. Marc Marquez, though, that one did go to form, didn't it? Quickest once again, 2 out of 2 on Friday. His advantage was cut to just 0.2 of a second in the end by his younger brother Alex, but if you beat Marc Marquez on Sunday, you win the Aragon Grand Prix.